Hello, hello, my first grade friends. Welcome back into the art room for another fabulous day of art. All right, today we're going to be talking about colors, okay? We're going to talk about, we're talking about colors because in your Virginia Standards of Learning. So remember, we got new Virginia Standards of Learning this year. So what the state tells me to teach you, all right? Changed a little bit, so I'm doing new lesson plans. So one of those standards of learning is that you can recognize primary colors and secondary colors. So today I'm going to teach you primary colors and secondary colors. In your standards of learning, there is also a standard of learning that says that I should have you guys depicting personal experiences in works of art. So we'll also be doing that. We're going to learn about primary colors, secondary colors, and we're going to make a work of art that shows a personal experience. So that would be a personal experience would be something that has happened to you. So you're basically drawing one of your memories. So we're going to be doing all of those things today. Let's start with what are primary colors? You might be wondering, Miss Zonio, I don't know what the primary colors are. Okay, we're going to fix that today. This is the color wheel, okay? It looks like a wheel, doesn't it? Yes, it does. All right, so it looks like a wheel. It's kind of got that, all these colors going in a circle, okay? On the color wheel, if you look at the color wheel, the primary colors, there are 3 of them, okay? There are 3 primary colors. There's red, okay? There's yellow, and there's blue. These 3, and you can see this big triangle right here that connects them, right? Those are the primary colors. So red, blue, and yellow. Those are the 3 primary colors. And how you memorize those, you literally just have to practice saying it again and again to yourself. So red, blue, and yellow are the primary colors. Okay? So that's red, blue, and yellow. Primary colors. They're called primary because with the secondary colors I'm about to teach you, all of the secondary colors are made by mixing up primary colors, okay? So primary colors are red, blue, and yellow. The secondary colors, okay, so those secondary colors, the ones that are mixed up by the primary colors, those would be violet, or we could also call it purple, right? That violet, orange, and green, okay? And you can see there's like a dotted triangle right here that goes and connects those, right? So purple, orange, and green. Those are the secondary colors, right? They're secondary because you have to use primary colors to mix them up. So, for example, we know, and you guys remember because in kindergarten, when you were in kindergarten with me, and we were mixing up our paint colors, I taught you how to mix up the purple, green, and orange by using your primary colors, okay? So I taught you how to make secondary colors, right? And how you did that is you used, all right? So I had you use red and yellow. Those are 2 primary colors, red and yellow. When you mix up red and yellow, you get orange, okay? So you get, when you mix these 2 primary colors, red and yellow, you get a secondary color, orange, okay? And then, for example, I taught you, okay, so that's how you make orange. To make purple, if you mix red and blue, which are 2 primary colors, so red is a primary color, blue is a primary color. When you mix them together, you get a secondary color, purple, all right? And of course, I taught you that when you mix up yellow, that's a primary color, yellow, and then you mix up blue, which is another primary color, all right? Yellow and blue, when you mix those together, you get green, okay, which is a secondary color. So primary color, 2 primary colors mixed together makes that secondary color, right? So like I said, if you wanted to get purple, which is a secondary color, you'd mix up that red and that blue. If you wanted that secondary color green, you mix up that blue and that blue and that yellow. If you wanted orange, which is the secondary color, you mix up that primary color of red and yellow, all right, to get those. So your primary colors are yellow, blue, red. Your secondary colors are green, orange, and purple, okay? So that's kind of what we're memorizing today, primary colors and secondary colors, and like I said, it can be helpful. I think the easiest way that I learned how to kind of see the difference between my primary and secondary colors is I practiced when I looked at things in the room. I would say, hey, oh, that chair over there is green, and that is a secondary color. Oh, hey, the sky today is blue, and that's a primary color, okay? So that kind of trains your brain into it, right? So just practice saying out loud, oh, like, hey, that is red, and that's a primary color. Oh, that's yellow, that's a primary color. Oh, that's orange, that's a secondary color. All right, so that's how you kind of separate in your brain what the primary and secondary colors are going to be. All right, so that's how you do that. So we're memorizing that. Now let's talk about the art project. Okay, so the art lesson I've kind of put together that combines two art SOLs, so you being able to tell the difference between secondary and primary colors, and so you kind of learning those two separate categories, and then you also depicting a work, a personal experience in a work of art. So I am going to ask you to make a work of art, all right, about one of your happiest memories. So something that was fun or awesome that you loved, a happy memory. And the first thing we would do is we would fold the paper in half. So I take this paper, I folded it in half, I matched up the corners, fold it in half, then I opened it back up, and I wrote happy memory up here, or happy memories. All right, and my happy memory, as you can see, that I thought of was the time when it was on my birthday, and my husband said, "Where do you want to go?" And I said, "I want to go ride a roller coaster," even though I was really scared. And he convinced me. He was very nice about talking me through. If you guys have ever been on a roller coaster, all right, at maybe a theme park or a carnival, okay, they can be kind of scary because they go really fast, right? So I was a little scared, but I was feeling brave, and he talked me into it. And this is a picture that I made of us on a roller coaster. So we're up here on the front because he somehow convinced me that we should sit in the front of the roller coaster. So there is me right there. If I look scared, it's because I am. And there's Cooper. There's my husband, Cooper, with his hands in the air, you know, because for some reason he didn't feel like listening to the safety people. Not cool. Not cool. Don't be like Cooper. Be like me. Hold on to the safety bar. All right. So and then we got more people in the car. So first, use your pencil to draw your happy memory. So maybe it's your birthday party, or it could be a time when you in your family picked out your puppy dog, or maybe it's a time when a friend at school shared something with you and you had fun, or you know, maybe you went to the park with your friends. So just pick a happy memory. So it has to be, because it's a personal experience, it has to be something from your brain, something that you have done, all right, in the past that's a happy memory. So you know, maybe that time, that awesome time that you know, your grown-up took you to a baseball game, or took you to the movies. All right, just draw that for me, and you could do it this way, where you do the same picture that's throughout the whole thing, like I did, like one big roller coaster picture, or you could draw two different memories. So you could do this half of the paper is one memory, and then this half of the paper is another happy memory. That's really up to you. That's more of like your artist choice right there. If you want to make it one drawing, or if you want to make it half and half. Now, the very important part of this art project, are you listening to me? I hope you're still listening. Yes? Yes, you are? Yes, you? How about you? You still with me? Yes, great. All right, the most important part of this art project, because we're learning primary and secondary colors, okay? On one half of the paper, all right, at the bottom, I want you to write primary colors. And it's right there for you. Primary colors. If you need to pause the video right here to write it, go ahead and write primary colors on one side. Awesome. So if you need to pause the video while you're writing, do that. All right. The other side, I want you to write secondary colors. All right. Secondary colors. Okay. Now, I bet you can guess where this is going, right? On this half, the half that says primary colors, that you wrote primary colors on, I want you to only use, all right, I want you to use the primary colors. So I want you to use blue, yellow, and red, all right? So, and if you're at home, like I said, you know, remember the art room now is in your home, so for most of you, so if you're at home and you don't have something to color in with, make sure you contact the school and then ask for Kristen O'Neill, that's me, and I can hook you up if you don't have like anything to color in with. But you can use anything. So if you've got crowns, use that. If you've got colored pencils, use that. Markers, use that. If you got paint, use that. All right, but make sure that you have the primary and secondary colors so you can do this project. If this is one of the 3 that you would like to turn in before October 15th to count for that first 9 weeks grade. Remember, that's only the school where the mascot is the tiger, okay? So if you go to that school and you're one of my first grade friends, then this is, you know, you want to have the primary and secondary colors to color in your picture. Okay, so this half, and you can see, I mean, I use like people skin tones for the people that are in here, and then I use the hair color. But other than that, everything else, like the roller coaster is the blue and the yellow. I'm wearing like a red shirt. I even put a little, I wasn't actually at the time wearing a party hat, but I wanted you to see that it was my birthday, so I made a little party birthday hat that I'm wearing, and that's the primary colors too. That's red and yellow, and then Cooper's in a blue shirt, you know. So making sure you're using the primary colors on this side. So on the primary color side, that's you're going to be coloring in with red, blue, and yellow. Even if in your memory, like in my memory, I probably wasn't even wearing a red shirt, but it's okay. Like I said, the picture, the drawing is of your memory. The coloring in goes along with our primary and secondary colors. So you just color in on this side, blue, yellow, and red. And then on the secondary side over here, all right, you can see the sky changes color. It goes from blue to purple over here. But I went ahead and did the secondary colors only on this side. So on this side, you know, I still use people skin color and people hair color for the people. That's totally fine. For all the objects and clothes and stuff like that, I used the secondary colors. So I used green, orange, and purple throughout this. So there's purple, people in purple shirts, purple roller coaster train tracks, so they switch from red to purple, right? And I've got, you know, green and orange, those secondary colors, so make sure you're only using secondary colors over here, the purple, green, and orange, and I hope you have a fun time. I can't wait to see these. Like I said, you know, when you turn these in, you know, take a picture of it. If you want to include in there, if you're turning it in through Seesaw, you can like take a picture of your work of art, then include it, you know, add it as your response to this activity in Seesaw, and you can upload it that way. You know, if you're sending it to me through reminder email, I'd love to hear like what the memory is too, because my favorite part that I really miss of art class is, you know, when I used to, like, when I walk around and I'd ask each student, oh, like, what are you drawing right now? And you tell me a little bit about it, especially with this project, since it's a personal experience. It's like a memory, one of your happy memories. I'd love to hear about it. So if you're turning it in through email or Remind, you can just type in there, or you can put a comment under it. If you're on Seesaw, you can like add comments, but you can go ahead and just tell me what the memory is of, because I love that. I love hearing about it. And like I said, when I'm like grading, when I'm looking through, I'm really just looking for, on the side that is for primary colors, did you color in with only, you know, red, blue, and yellow? And then on the secondary color side, did you color in with only purple, green, and blue? Because I just want this as what you can use this awesome project for. You can use this as, you can hang it up in your room or wherever at home, and you can kind of use it as a way to get your brain, train your brain into thinking, okay, that's what the primary colors are, that's what the secondary colors are, and that can help you remember this. So it's a great exercise to kind of learn our primary and secondary colors, so we like can use them in the future and we know exactly which ones are which, and have that art knowledge that's important in your art learning, and also being able to depict a work of art from a memory, a happy experience. So go ahead and do that. I can't wait to see your responses. Remember, do this activity if you want it to be count as one of your 3, due by October 15th if you go to the elementary school where the mascot is a tiger. If you're at the elementary school where the mascot is a bee, I'm not actually your art teacher. You have Miss Purdy as your art teacher, so make sure you're checking on her stuff. But I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your week, and I will see you next week. Bye! Have fun! I can't wait to see your art. Make sure you take a picture of it to send in.